Tak jdem, let's go. Developer Direct, akorát, že to je Developer Direct. Já pustím kus a rozmyslím se, jo. Zoe. Yeah. To je nějaký strašný vedra. Výborné titulky. Hudba svých hudba.
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment. I'm so proud to share with you our upcoming fantasy action RPG, Avowed.
Yep.
Avowed is an adventure into the heart of the living lands.
Pamatujete si, že to je Avowed? Tohle je jeden z titulů, který si myslím, že by mohl letos bojovat o goty, pokud se jim to podaří udělat dobře. Děkuju, Topere, děkuju.
A frontier at the edge of the known world, where you must put a stop to a mysterious spiritual plague and discover a secret at the heart of the living lands. At Obsidian, we love creating worlds with deep themes, dynamic gameplay, and thoughtful reactivity. And Avowed is no different.
Yeah.
We set out to blend the believable and fantastical to give players a world and experience like no other. It's colorful, it's vibrant, it's strange. It's one of the most incredible settings in the world of Aora.
All right, let's go.
There's going to be a lot of great secrets to discover, one of which has a really personal connection to you as the player character, and you're going to have a great time getting to know those secrets and leaving your mark on the world. And when it comes to encounters, our combat brings the best of the moment-to-moment fun that comes with action-oriented gameplay and the depth and breadth.
Teďko hlavně je problém v tom, že aktuálně open world hry musí bojovat s Elden Ringem a s Baldur's Gatema. Prostě ty seš teď v takové zvláštní situaci, že pokud nejdeš s něčím úplně novým na trh, tak seš odsouzený, nebudu říkat k záhubě, ale ke kritice. Protože věřím tomu, že třeba GTA 6 to zvládne, ale nevěřím tomu, že by dokázal kdokoliv jiný, ať už to je Ubisoft nebo Bethesda, s tímhle bojovat. Nemají šanci.
Here to talk more about Avowed's combat is Gabriel Paramo, gameplay director.
Here at Obsidian, our team's overarching goal is to empower you with choice. So we developed a flexible combat system that allows you to quickly swap from spellcasting and sharpshooting to melee combat. We want to give you the freedom to mix and match your loadout to fit the way you want to play from moment to moment, uninterrupted. For all battles, you can combine a variety of weapons, attacks, and abilities for tactical advantages against a wide range of enemy types. It's not just hacking and slashing. You're making real-time decisions about when to use your abilities, powerful melee attacks, blocks, parries, and special attacks.
Čete, existuje nějaká hra, která má podobný gameplay? Ale teď se nebavím o Skyrimu, ale teď se bavím o tom, že máte parírování, magii a range ataky a melee. Existuje nějaká podobná hra, která je z pohledu třetí osoby? Možná Cyberpunk? Ne, to je docela špatný příklad, že jo? Děkuji, Kikiku. Jo, takže byste se jako rozhodli si pogiftovat suby navzájem. OK, úplně v pohodě. Elden Ring? Elden Ring není z pohledu první osoby. Proto se ptám, jestli existuje nějaká hra Dark Messiah třeba. Dark Messiah je strašně starý titul. To vážně není žádný AAA titul, který by doteďka fungoval takže má komplexní kombat a je to first person? Kingdom Come. Jo, Kingdom Come. No, tam není magie, to vůbec nevadí. Kingdom Come, souhlasím, jo.
If you choose to approach combat with a one-handed wand, it feels quick and snappy when dealing damage to enemies at mid-range. Using the Tanglefoot ability, you can stop enemies in their tracks, giving you the opportunity to focus on weaker or tougher combatants in an intentional and controlled manner. It's important to pay attention to the types of enemies you're dealing with. Some units are extremely defensive, some are brutishly difficult, and others you must make sure you prioritize or their healing capabilities will put you in a tough spot. To help with the different...
To jsou Davy Hoboti. Jo, Davy Hoboti, on dostal permu, že jo? Takže přišli ke mně. Okay.
Encounters you will face, we provide customizable loadouts that can be quickly switched during combat. That means you can play however you want. Equip a sword and shield and charge into battle. Dual-wield pistols and control the encounter mid-range. or even dual-wield wands to feel like a gunslinging mage. You could use your enchanted wand to freeze enemies, and then use your offhand weapon's power attack to shatter them. We've worked hard to keep you constantly engaged as battles unfold by creating a balance between pressure and manageability during combat.
Players will have ample choices for how...
Ne, jako naprosto seriózně, pokud tohle bude gameplay a bude to kvalitní, tak to je totální bomba. Protože já se nemůžu vybavit jedinou hru, která by spojovala všechny světy a fungovala.
To build and progress their envoy in the world of the living lands as they get to know the game and the story and explore the many diverse regions. Some quests in Avowed will have you make difficult decisions with profound consequences. Like this side quest you may encounter in Shatterscarp, the third region you'll explore on your journey through the living lands. As you're exploring, you come across the bodies of these fallen soldiers. And as you explore the remains of the battle, it's up to you to determine who, if anyone, is at fault.
Just the four of us. Manu, Kiri, Naoki, and me. Training under Captain Ruiki. Trying to keep Thirdborn safe.
In other words, you're a gang of vigilantes. Not that I'm one to judge.
Here.
Jak to, že i tahle hra má lepší vizuál cutscene než Starfield?
Take my badge.
I tahle hra.
Take everyone's. Our families deserve to know we
vlastně dělal Obsidian, jo, dobrý. Sorry.
Making the right choice isn't always what it seems. We embrace moral nuance and gray areas, trusting players to make tough decisions in complicated situations.
My squad and I rested in the cave by the water last night, and as we were sleeping, we were ambushed by those miserable Zoribs. I was so surprised, and it was so dark. I just got separated from everyone else. Look, I can't face those monsters alone, but I have to know if anyone else made it out. Of course he did. Sergeant Asui never has a thought he won't say out loud. So what did he tell you? That Captain Ruiki was sick? That I was...
Tak vám přijde, že to je nějaký rozmazaný. Co to se zacegně? To je TAS? Ono to může být nastavení toho. Nastavení... Jak se tomu do prdele říká? Rozmazání textur pro konzole, aby to stihli renderovat.
Paranoid? That I was a dumb baby? I heard it all often and loudly. Wait, if you found Sergeant Asui, why is he not here with you? What happened?
At the end of the quest, you have a choice. When you confront Private Naoki, if you believe the story he's told you, you can hand over the badges and let him go back home.
You're right. Real battle isn't something you can prepare for, is it? It's not my fault. No, they should have never have camped in the cave. I'll take the badges. I'm going back to Thirdborn.
But if you confront him, if you believe that he fled the site of the battle as an act of cowardice, then he might challenge you to a fight to reclaim his honor. Either way...
Jenom bych vám rád řekl, že je rok 2024 a tady se opravdu vývojáři chlubí tím, že máte v questu 2 možnosti, jak ho vyřešit. Takhle v prdeli, takhle v análu je gaming, že tohle je hlavní věc, kterou prezentuju na Xbox konferenci. To by měl být naprostý standard. Nebo respektive to by mělo být pod standardem dokonce.
When you return to town, you'll see the consequences of your actions and the choices you made during this quest. Creating an immersive experience like Avowed is anchored in the world we build. Art director Matt Hansen and the team have worked to create a unique, colorful, and dynamic visual style.
From the outset, we knew that we wanted Avowed setting to feel rich, weird, and wonderful. We found inspiration in a wide swath of real-world cultures, helping us create a unique RPG experience. By contrast...
Doslova tohle je jeden dialog v Baldur's Gatech. No, já nevím, mně přijde, že srovnávat ty věci s Baldur's Gatem nemá asi moc smysl, protože ty vždycky dojdeš do situace, že to nebude úplně fungovat, no. To je takový zvláštní.
The vibrant with the dull, or verdant spaces with sickly ones, we can better deliver complex emotional experiences for our players. The Living Lands is a continent of untamed valleys with widely varied biomes, from luxuriant forests to volcanic wastes. And each of those regions itself is a conflux of storied landscapes. All of the regions have a lot of special things associated with them, but I have a deep place in my heart for Shatterscarp. As you're wandering the wastes of Shatterscarp, you might notice off in the distance a vibrant jewel of color. By transitioning from destitute muted tones of a wasteland of sand and marching in towards a beautiful oasis. There's the opportunity there for life, for adventure, and even a little danger.
Ne, budu brát to, že to vypadá dobře. Nejde o vizuál, jde o to, že oni mají pravděpodobně docela velikou diverzitu biomů, ve kterých můžou být různý mobky a questy a tak. Proč ne? Skvělý.
We hope you've enjoyed this look at Avowed. We're thrilled to share more about the game in the coming months, and we can't wait for you to explore the living lands when Avowed launches this fall.
Takže vychází to letos. Jaký z toho máte pocity, čete? Já takový střední, jakože nenadchlo mě to. Přijde mi, že ten titul by mohl být dobrá výplň, no. Nakonec asi. Jak se to tvářilo, že by to mohly být nový Dark Souls, tak asi ne, no. Uvidíme. Na to, že to dělá Obsidian, to je hodně zvláštní. Tak. Takže co, oni ukazují každý studio a každý z nich ukazuje jednu hru, na který pracují, jo? To je docela dobrý koncept. To se mi líbí. Ninja Theory, takže Senua. Tak pojďme.
Hi, I'm Dom Matthews, studio head here at Ninja Theory in Cambridge, UK. We're now in the final months of development on Senua's saga Hellblade 2, and the team is working hard to bring you an unforgettable journey into Senua's unique world and her battle for survival, where we have once again combined high fidelity and immersive presentation with a shorter, narrative-led experience that focuses on the things that we really care about, and that we hope you care about too.
No,
Senua is back with
já se tam musím zeptat. Melina, kámo.
She wants to stop.
Tohle je taková kočka, ta herečka, to je neuvěřitelný. A to ještě bez toho make-upu. A kdo tady v chatu, prosím vás, hrál Senu? Mě totiž jenom zajímá, jestli to je opravdu tak strašně nemainstreamový titul, protože já mám pocit, že Senua je přesně ten typ hry, o kterém všichni vědějí, ale nikdo ji nehrál. Chápete mě, jak to myslím? Jakože jo, vím, co to je za hru, ale všichni to jako někde viděli v nějaký let's play nebo o tom slyšeli, že jo?
The Vikings who raided her village right at their source in Iceland. But not just her quest has changed. Senua herself has grown since the first Hellblade. She's made peace with her past and is no longer in such fear of her visions and voices. While the Furies are still her constant companions, she encounters new people along the way, some of which will value her unique perspective and others who will reject it.
Little by little, this settlement became my tribe.
In the game, Senua arrives in 10th century Iceland on the trail of the Vikings who have been enslaving her people. In the story, we're trying to be as faithful to history as we can up to a point, establishing a solid framework and then building more surreal elements on top. Senua will face up to giants who have plunged the land into chaos, and which in turn has seen the rise of the Droiga, a violent threat that has swept through the settlements that she'll discover. Senua will make new enemies and also new allies who will come to see her unique perspective as a beacon of hope. And she'll discover along with us how...
Takže to je God of War? Ne. God of War tak je hra, která je primárně o kombatu. Senua tak je vizuál a hlavně audioporno. Senua je zajímavá tím, že to je jediná hra, kde ty vlastně posloucháš neustále 3 hlasy najednou. Takže ta hra je fakt psycho. Jako kdyby si hrál God of War na drogách třeba, nebo něco podobného. Nicméně, někdo tady v chatu psal, že Senua je hrozná nuda a já s tím celkem souhlasím. Ona ta hra fakt není žádný zázrak. je to spíš takový pozlátko herního průmyslu, který vybudovalo něco úplně novýho.
How this viewpoint can have its advantages.
Ta původní.
Senua is a Celtic warrior who experiences psychosis, seeing things that other people don't, hearing voices, and having unique beliefs about the world around her. To bring Senua's perspective of the world to life in a truthful way, we have once again worked closely with Professor Paul Fletcher at the University of Cambridge, as well as people with lived experience of psychosis.
What does that mean? It's terrifying.
Players will find themselves traversing beautiful and hostile environments, seeking answers from patterns and signs that Senua sees in her own unique way, and battling through encounters with enemies that will push Senua to her limits.
No, to bude právě zábava.
On Saga, we've taken everything to the next level. With a new motion capture space, a bigger stage team, a stunt crew and a new cast.
We spent a lot of time planning the motion capture shoots, thinking of...
Snad to bude zábavně jako Alan Wake. Já z toho přesně mám pocit, že to bude přesně jako Alan Wake. A z toho mám největší obavu. Prostě Alan Wake je přesně ten typ titulu, který mě nebaví. Já to chápu, že to je audiovizuální bomba, ale ten gameplay tam není. A to je to, co mi na tom štve.
What events would be good to bring into this fight? Like, how can we make this fight feel different from the previous fight? We have all new combat for the sequel. One of our key goals was the ability to actually tell a story throughout it. It does feel very different from the first game, but it's very brutal and you're very invested in it. Senua isn't a superhero. She's fighting for survival, and we want the player to feel her struggle in every step of her journey. We want the player to always feel like they just scraped through, just survived it.
Mel knows Senua better than anyone, better than I do. Her instincts are amazing, and she really doesn't need much help from me. On stage, our main focus is storytelling. So I get to watch the actors and see all the beautiful expressions on their faces. And then I have to wait a little while, and then I get to see that all again in-game, in costume, on location, everything. It's a great experience, a great process.
Every discipline in the studio is unified in achieving a deep level of immersion to help suspend your disbelief and pull you into Senua's story. We were lucky enough to do a few reference gathering trips in Iceland. You have to be there. The sense of scale, everything is incredible. And you see a scene or you see a small section of the game and you're like, yeah, that works, that's amazing.
Senua experiences reality differently, and a part of this manifests in the voices she hears.
She will collapse. She will collapse.
These voices come to life through binaural audio, which provides a good representation of this type of auditory hallucinations.
Já mám jeden problém v tom, že mně přijde, že tahle hra dostává strašně velký marketing na to, jak níž to je. Je to jako kdyby dělali Lariáni rok dlouhou marketingovou kampaň na Baldur's Gate. To prostě působí strašně zvláštně. Působí to na skupinu lidí, kterou to hra nikdy zajímat nebude. A ona tě zajímá pak, a když je hotová, jo. Ale samozřejmě chápu, že Microsoft se musí teď ukázat. Protože oni... Jakou měl Microsoft poslední dobrou hru? No to je dobrá otázka spíš. Řeknu to jinak. Která hra od nich nebyla totální propadák? Protože to byl Redfall. Gollum byl taky, myslím, že Starfield, tak... Budeme vážně se bavit o tom, že Starfield nebyl propadák, jo. Flight Simulator. Jo, a Hi-Fi Rush. Máte pravdu, no. Akorát, že Hi-Fi Rush tak ten vzniknul a pak ho koupil Microsoft, no, takže... To je těžký to porovnávat, že by to bylo stejný.
We focus on immersion. Binaural audio is perfect for this because through headphones you surround yourself in a three-dimensional space. In the first game, we only applied to the voices that Senua listens in her head. In this game, through a spatial audio technology and some extra little things within the game, there is music that is binaural. Every single sound has the potential to be binaural, so everything is spatialized around you, and it's a very beautiful experience. Music is a strange language in the sense that it speaks to our emotions fast and deep. It's not only about quality, it's about personality. So when you listen to Hellblade, you know it's Hellblade.
No to je jasný. Tahle je strašně unikátní.
On the music we are working with Hylum, which for me is a personal privilege because I really admire them. We feel their craft, their depth, their meaning in the music. It really connects with our game and elevates something really special. We are also working with a heavy metal singer, throat singers, and our very own Furies. They sing so beautiful, and we add that binaural touch of music. So this all creates a very immersive and a very special and unique experience.
To rozhodně.
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech. And that's our aim in Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, is to not only see where Senua goes next, but to deliver something really meaningful for our players.
My hope is that they will really connect to Senua as a character, and even if they can't really relate to what she's going through, maybe they know someone that relates to that character and they can then understand that person better.
Well, I don't want to sound cheesy, but in a way I'm Senua, right? She exists and doesn't. It exists through all of our work, through every ninja. So we all are Senua, and we are creating this character that grows and grows and grows and grows and keep growing and keep changing. So that makes it real.
I'm so proud of the love, care and passion our team here at Ninja Theory are putting into Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Our hope is to not only create a game that is great to play, but to craft an experience that leaves you thinking and feeling. From our combat gameplay through to our action set pieces, from our cinematic scenes to our puzzle solving, everything is crafted in service of Senua's journey. A journey that you can embark on May 21st.
Ale máme až takhle přímý release date. OK, to si napíšu. To je zajímavé vědět. No, jak to na vás působí, čete? Já mám trochu problém v tom, že se pravděpodobně snaží ze Senuji udělat dalšího Kratose, nebo něco takového. Ale zase je otázka, jestli to je tak špatně. Jakože to je čistě jenom můj pocit, no. Ono je totiž pravda, že teďko je taková doba, kdy se všechno akorát tady hašuje a já bych celkem rád viděl konečně něco pořádně nového, no. Tohle to bude brutální oproti God of War, tohle bude strašně brutální. Ona i ta první Senua byla úplně strašlivá. Jakože nemyslím si, že by existovala hra, která by měla víc realistický gore než první Senua. A to do toho ještě do toho na tebe mluví 15 hlasů, jo. To je šílenství. 21. května. Let's go. Co to psát? Výborně. Tak, co pak nás čeká teď? Ne, Squeenix, ne. Proč Squeenix? Ahoj, Dugo. Do prdele.
Čus Petře.
Greetings, Xbox players.
Skvělý.
My name is Masaru Oyamada, producer for the Mana series here at Square Enix.
Jo, to je ta druhá Mana.
聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの情報を
Xbox
ユーザーの皆さんにいち早くお伝えできる機会をいただけて大変光栄です。コンソールゲームとしては約17年ぶりとなる聖剣伝説シリーズの完全新作。聖剣伝説シリーズは1991年にファイナルファンタジー外伝として
Ale já se musím zeptat, je tady někdo tak mladý, že už tu hru nezná? Já vás možná jenom uvedu, jo. Secret of Mana tak je jedna z nejlepších RPG všech dob. Vedle Baldur's Gateu, vedle třeba, ježiš, tady by vypadly ty jména, Planescape Tormentu, vedle Final Fantasy 7, 6 a 10, tak fakt to patří do takového toho zlatého fondu CRPG, kterých je málo. Zaklínač, to není CRPG. Já se teď bavím o CRPG titulech. Taky ta hra je stará 25 let, možná ještě víc, ty blá. Jo, ještě tam samozřejmě je Chrono Trigger a pak je ještě Chrono Cross, myslím. To jsou fakt takový legendární hry, které už dneska by nezvládly ani remake. By si musel udělat kompletně nový titul. Jo, sorry, ještě Legend of Dragoon.
個性豊かなキャラクターたち、心に響く楽曲の数々、武器の特性を生かして戦うアクション RPG としてこれまでに17作発売され長らく愛されてきました。本作は30年以上の歴史あるシリーズの最新作となるため、これまで培われてきた聖剣伝説としての世界をしっかり感じられるものを目指して鋭意制作中です。フィールドでは自然や精霊とのつながりを感じられる色彩豊かな聖剣伝説の世界を体験してもらえると思います。
Tohle mě přesně sere. Mně sere to, že každá japonská hra vypadá jak Genshin Impact. Fakt mě to sere. Kurva drát. Takových titulů tu máme, takových.
シリーズおなじみのモンスターたちも本作に登場しています。今回これらのおなじみのモンスターたちを作り出した聖剣伝説の生みの親である石井浩一さんとともに聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの内容を紹介していきたいと思います。
Hello, I am Koichi Ishii from Grabs. I am so happy to introduce the...
Co to je za jazyk? Jseš pak na Genshinu? Na Genshinu není špatně nic, Genshin je úžasná hra. Mě akorát sere to, že všichni kopírují Genshin. Úplně stejná situace, jako když vyšlo PUBG a najednou každá společnost musela dělat Battle Royale. Prostě... Co k tomu říct slušně?
A newest game in the Mana series to Xbox players. 初期の頃からシリーズ作品に登場しているモンスターたちは私が考案したものですが、中には小学生の頃すでにイメージができていたものもあります。今作では初めはドット絵からスタートしたモンスターたちを
Bude vám vadit, když to skipnu? Nebude vám to vadit, že jo? Já se si jdem podívat na ty screeny, protože tady stejně toho moc nezjistíme. No. Jako jasně, kdyby vznikala mana teďko, tak by ta hra vypadala asi hodně podobně, ale myslím si, že to není úplně přesně to, co bych dneska chtěl hrát, protože takových titulů je miliarda. A hlavně všechny jsou free to play. Ahoj, Eki, Senua už byla, máš smůlu.
Hello, and welcome to Oxide Games. We founded the studio in 2013 with our decades of personal experience building some of the most beloved strategy games of all time, like Civilization V. We came together to create something new and innovative in a genre we all love. Our History Untold is the game we've dreamt of making.
Ara is an homage to historical gamers, strategy gamers, 4X gamers. It features all the depth and gameplay fans of this genre love, where you'll explore the world, expand your nation, govern your people, and engage with your rivals on the international stage. But it isn't just more of the same. With Ara, we wanted to challenge some of the preconceived notions about the genre.
Takže to je civilizace krát 10, jo. To se docela bojím.
Push it forward in a modern, empowering, and truly compelling and approachable way.
Stačilo si tý skyline.
For example, we have over 100 instruments on display in the office, which are all things that we purchased in order to add to the soundtrack and expand the game and make it really good. Hi, Dan. That's Dan. We started in his basement. It's been an amazing process to see from concept to completion. We started small, building a robust game engine, questioning our design assumptions, and prototyping out features, rediscovering what made us fall in love with strategy games in the first place.
The end result is Ara, the historical grand strategy game that presents a living world where you can rule how you want to rule and chart your own path to becoming the most prestigious nation on the planet.
For Ara, we knew we needed deep systems with outcomes that encourage exploration and give players the power to experiment and make meaningful strategic choices while still having agency over their playstyle.
We also wanted to explore more in different parts of history and give players from around the world the chance to see the game reflect their unique perspective and not just ours.
And finally, we knew that for players to feel the impact of their decisions, they would need to see their choices reflected in the game world itself, not just through numbers on a menu. One of the first differences you'll see when you dive into Ara is what we call the living world. It's a procedurally generated alternate Earth, bursting with life, an intuitive, authentic and...
Dobře, já se musím zeptat, je tady někdo v chatu, kdo hraje tyhle strategické hry nějak aktivně? Protože já vám vysvětlím, kde mám s těmhle problém. Já mám pocit, že civilizace už by dneska nefungovala moc dobře, protože si hráči radši zahrajou zaměřený simulátor na něco konkrétního. Takže třeba, chci si zahrát historický simulátor, zahraj si Hearts of Iron. Chci si zahrát simulátor, který je třeba na stavění měst, City Skyline. Nebo případně, no City Skyline. Jo, a přijde mi, že dávat dokupy úplně všechny tyhle mechaniky, tak akorát skončí tím, že z toho bude strašlivý bordel, podobně jako byl třeba Spor, když to je možná špatný příklad, no. Ani ne, ale třeba Black and White byl hrozný banger. Black and White byl úžasný. Doteďka nechápu, že ta hra se nevrátila zpátky.
Immersive space, a blank canvas for players to paint the society of their dreams.
The living world isn't just a map. It reflects the choices players make over the course of the game. They can see everything from the settling of the wilderness to cultural influence on architecture over time to...
Tomu nevěřím. Moment. To si musím ověřit. Civily... To by možná mohlo stačit. Civily... Dobře. Není to ani v charts. Proč to není v charts? To je hodně zajímavý. Já děkuju, Drozde. Drozde rychlejší než já, koukám. Počkej, to si děláš legraci? To mi chce říct, civilizaci hraje víc lidí než... No, jako spousta hra... Ty vole, to je strašně moc hráčů. A to je konzistentní ještě. Do prdele, když tolik hráčů nemá ani Lost Ark, ne? A to je free-to-play... free-to-play ARPG? Do hajzlu. Jo, takže říkáte mi, že i třeba 5 má jako třeba 15 000 hráčů. To je strašně... To by mě fakt zajímalo, jaká cílovka tohle hraje, protože to musí být opravdu buď to starý hráči, anebo lidi úplně, no starší hráči, anebo lidi úplně mimo scénu. To je strašně zajímavý. To je strašně zajímavý. Že bych si zahrál civilizaci na streamu zítra. 6 to je, jo. Já ji hraju třeba právě teďko. Neuvěřitelný. Ty krávo, to vypadá tak strašně komplexně, až se toho bojím. Starší hráči hrajou na nejvyšší civku 4, ideálně 3. Tohle je cílovka okolo lidí 25+. Jo. A má to miliardu DLCček, co vidím já teď. Je to jako deskovka, když to lidi hrajou na Pocket. Já to chápu, no, že nemá to vlastně žádný pořádný gameplay, je to spíš simulátor toho, co se děje. Hrál tady v chatu někdo Europa Universalis? Já jsem u 4 strávil desítky hodin a to mě třeba extrémně bavilo. Ale třeba představit, že se koukám na gameplay na streamu, to musí být hrozná nuda. Dáme zítra ho mám, to zní jako plán. Uvidím, já dám dneska Hearthstone a pak se podle toho rozhodnu. To vyšlo, pojďme pokračovat dál.
To the thousands of citizens living their lives and reacting to the changes. We want players to feel like they're truly occupying the world, leading their people as they thrive and grow. Core to the vision of Ara is our philosophy of rule how you want to rule. And no feature better exemplifies this than the prestige system.
To win a game of Ara, players will compete with their rivals to build the most influential, impressive, and important nation the world has ever known. This is measured by prestige, the player's score that proves their worth as a leader.
The prestige system gives players the chance to decide what kind of leader they want to be. Do they want to pursue great works of arts and culture? Military might. Scientific advancement? The choice is theirs. In Ara, there are no set victory conditions. Players get to decide what is most important to them and focus and prioritize on those goals while still being able to win the game.
Vy se jen podíváte na to, jak je komplexní tahle hra a pak vidíte Bethesdu, která vám řekne, že není schopná udělat přelety mezi planetama.
Personally, when I play Ara, I like to build triumphs. Triumphs are our collection of incredible monuments and architectural achievements from throughout human history. Like the Great Pyramid of Giza. They're hard to build, but worth it, giving huge prestige bonuses and game-changing abilities to the nation that constructed.
Co to bylo za repliku, ty vole? Okay.
Another aspect of Ara that I'm personally excited about is our crafting system.
The crafting system offers a unique challenge to the player that they generally won't see often in the 4X genre. Succeeding at balancing, gathering the right things, turning them into the tools that you need, and then finally getting to the outcome or reward of something like an important improvement or triumph just changes the challenge that exists in Ara compared to other 4X games.
Crafting plays out in Ara at a national scale, with players honing and combining the natural resources they harvest into all manner of goods and components. Those are
Co tady píše Drast? Na stream to není vhodný, pro diváka je to nudný, akorát se koukám na to, jak streamer čte a kliká. Jasně. No, já to chápu. Já to chápu, že kdybych tohle hrál doma, tak je to úplně jiný zážitek, no. Možná by třeba nebylo špatný u takovýchhle her vždycky udělat intro, jenom jako by se člověk osahal ty mechaniky, jestli ho to bude bavit a pak se rozhodnout, no.
The foundation for everything, from international trade to improving their cities and citizens' lives, and even manufacturing the weapons necessary to draft military units. The crafting system in Ara encourages thoughtful, advanced planning. It rewards players who can see the strategic outcome of all their collective decisions, and not just the individual ones.
I'm proud of the work that's gone into our simultaneous turn system. Many strategy games have players alternate taking turns and reacting to their opponent's moves. In Ara, all players' actions are resolved at the same time. This rewards players' ability to navigate uncertainty, to predict and strategically plan for a variety of scenarios in the moment. This system makes Ara just feel more real. In a typical strategy game, once your turn is finished, you have to wait for a long time. With simultaneous turns, generally speaking, those times are very low. You get to keep playing the game and stay engaged rather than having those periods of downtime where you're not doing anything.
It's not easy sifting through all of history and picking what to include. For Ara, we wanted to offer a fresh perspective, so we looked at cultures and societies throughout the millennia with the broadest lens possible.
Where this approach really shines is in our leaders. Leaders are so often seen as military personnel or prominent government figures, but leaders come in so many different forms. They're thought leaders, scientific and cultural prodigies, and many more.
Each leader in Ara has a number of special abilities determined by their personality traits, as well as a powerful and unique leader trait informed by their contributions to world history.
With a diverse global roster,
já se musím zeptat na jednu věc. Jak vyřešili v té poslední civilizaci to, že byste schopni jakoby skipnout advancement věk třeba o 200 let a pak vymlátit ty ostatní civilizace? Nebo respektive země? Vyřešili tohle nějak? Protože třeba v civilizaci trojce tak to fungovalo tak, že ty si byl schopný mít tanky dřív. Tanky a animák měl třeba archery. Chápete mě, jak to myslím? Že vlastně ten svět se nevyvíjel konsistentně celý, ale byl akorát hráč a zbytek. Jo, takže pořád se tohle dá udělat. Taková zábavná věc. Rozumím.
Players will find leaders that they will want to play. And even a few that may surprise them with how fun it is when those leaders are handed the reins of power.
For us at Oxide, player feedback is the only way to really understand what you're making. It gives us that priceless perspective from the people we're making Ara for, you.
Building the game alongside real players has given us that critical player feedback. In the end, we believe this makes for a deeper connection between the players and the game.
One of my favorite examples is when we first introduced the concept of dangerous wildlife to the game. It turns out, in our first iteration, it was maybe a little bit too aggressive or disruptive. We knew we should probably make a change when one of our insiders made a forum post that was just
cougars, cougars,
cougars, I hate cougars!
Someone get these feline demons away from me. I'm happy to report, based on more recent feedback, that I think...
Ježiš, tak to je super tvrdák na Slovensku normálně, akorát místo medvědů, tak tam mají pumy. Doslova v centru města. OK, tak to vypadá docela vtipně. To je jedna smečka, druhá smečka.
I'm happy to report, based on more recent feedback, that I think we ended up in a good place with the overall threat level of mountain lions to a player's citizenry.
It's been years of hard work to bring you a strategy experience like no other. And we're so excited that we can finally see the finish line. We can't wait for players to get their hands on the game later this year.
But the launch of Ara is only the beginning. We are going to maintain our insider program after the release date and continue to listen to players and support the game into the future.
On behalf of everyone at Oxide Games, thank you for joining us today. We can't wait for you to play Ara and to create your own history.
Takhle, musím si přiznat, že tohle je jediná hra, ze kterých zatím jako opravdu cítím, že bude fakt dobrá. Zatím. Jo, možná to je tím, že tyhle hry nevnímám tak často, ale tady se fakt tváří, že vědějí, co dělají. A spojuju to. We'll see. History Untold. Pojďme dál. Mety, pošleš mi návod, jak to nainstalovat, prosím tě, všechno. Děkuji. Ale jakože úplně všechno.
Hej och välkommen till Uppsala, Sverige, här hos Machine Games. We are really excited to finally be able to share our work on Indiana Jones. Since the first film came out, Indiana Jones has always represented the ultimate adventure. Even today, it's one of the most iconic franchises in pop culture. In this game, you aren't just playing as Indy, you are Indiana Jones.
To jsou tak strašně PR keci, to je právě franšíza, která úplně umřela s tím posledním filmem.
You will see through his eyes and experience a journey that we hope lives up to the proud legacy of Indiana Jones. When Todd Howard first told us about his vision for the game, we knew he would be a very good fit to help bring it to life.
I've wanted to make an Indiana Jones game forever. I'd had this idea for what it would be like and the story, what Indy was going after, what...
Dobrý, takže bude to sračka, ale bude to zajímavý, dobrý, v pohodě.
Of his life it was in, what kind of arc he was going to have. And as the years went on, I thought, who would be like the best studio in the world to make this? And it was my friends at Machine Games. I can remember pitching Lucasfilm on the game and being, you know, a little bit nervous because, look, it's, you know, Indiana Jones, and their response was just overwhelmingly positive, and just that excitement has bled through the whole project, and they have just been so trusting and supportive of everything that we want to do with the game. It's been a long time. I've been a fan of this my whole life, and I couldn't be more excited to show you what the team here has been up to. Let's take our first look at the new Indiana Jones game.
Já než to pustím, tak jenom řeknu, že právě kvůli tomu, že nebyla žádná Indiana Jones hra, tak vznikla Lara Croft. Tomb Raider byla vlastně přímo inspirovaná Indiana Jonesem. Takže bude zajímavý vidět, co s tímhle udělají, protože já mám fakt pocit, že to přichází s křížkem po funuse. Byl tady Tomb Raider, potom na základě Tomb Raider vznikla Uncharted a pak najednou nic. Hry byly? Já vím, že ty hry byly, ale nebyly to žádný zázraky. Byly, dobře, když to teda vrátím se zpátky, byly Indiana Jones hry, které byly na SNES a potom na Genesis. Dobře. A pak byly 2 hry na PC, které nebyly žádný zázrak. Tomb Raider byla vlastně první podobná hra, která byla stavěná na engineu PlayStationu. A pak později se to portovalo dál.
Let me tell you what you are missing, Dr. Jones. While you were playing your pointless game, I was playing you. You're wondering if maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning instead of ending up here, dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
Šerý, to je špatný emote. Já se člověče opravím. Kdo to tady psal? Jedi má pravdu. Indiana Jones měl výborný adventury. Klikatelný adventury z 80. 90. let. Ano, jo. To jsou ty hry, které byly fakt dobrý. A to byly jediný hry, které byly fakt dobrý.
History. Just different ways to...
Proč to vypadá jak Starfield? Proč to vypadá jak Starfield do hajzlu?
Interpret the past.
Prostě každá hra Starfield.
Thousands of years
do
of
prdele.
humanity's thoughts and
Vypadá to líp, jak vypadá, ale vypadá to pořád Starfield.
Just waiting to be found.
You can't just run away from your problems, Indiana.
Watch me.
Můžeme se podívat na gameplay.
Throughout history.
Jo. Vůbec to nevypadá jako Skyrim nebo Starfield. Vůbec, kámo. Hrobka, schody, louč. V pravé ruce. First person. Do hajzlu.
Throughout history, mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle.
Ikonecká hudba. Já se poseru, tohle je vážně kombat? To je Starfield kombat. Vážně skočil dolů 5 metrů a trefil týpka bičem a pak přitáhnul toho týpka tím stejným bičem. Já tomu nevěřím, já to pustím ještě jednou.
I've had run-ins with these guys before. Trust me. It ain't a walk in the park.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I can keep up?
Bože.
Patron of the fallen angels. Protector of the Chukulimani. The Great Circle. You have any idea how old that was?
Děkuji, Dara.
Čauko.
Dobře, já to řeknu tak, že pokud mají lidi opravdu rádi Indiana Jonese, tak by to mohla být dobrá jednorázovka. Nicméně, už jenom z toho, co jsem viděl, tak vím, že to prostě nebude hra pro mě. Mě strašně mrzí, že oni se nesnaží z toho dělat nový Uncharted, tyjo. To je škoda, fakt je to škoda, ty vole, no.
Indiana Jones is such an iconic character, and he means so much to so many people. Everyone here at the studio has their own indie stories and memories. Most of us grew up with his adventures and have been fans of the movies and the character for years. He's a brilliant archaeologist, he's a charismatic everyman, he's passionate and determined. And for us, he's synonymous with adventure.
Now we have the opportunity to tell a new Indiana Jones story for a modern gaming audience. Our game is all about putting you in Indy's shoes, letting you see and feel what he sees and feels.
Co to je, prosím vás, modern gaming audience? Mně se úplně otevírá kudla v kapse, když slyším tyhle slova. Neexistuje něco, jako je modern gaming audience. Lidi vždycky chtěli hrát zábavný, zajímavý tituly, který nejsou narvaný mikrotransakcema. Takhle vždycky vypadala gaming. Takhle vypadá gaming i teď. Ano, samozřejmě, že tu máš jiný dneska trh, ale hráči jsou pořád stejný.
For us at Machine Games, we do that best through first person. It's the ideal perspective to bring you into the rich, exciting and interactive world we've built. We believe that being up close and personal to the adventure is key, making each action feel like your own.
Whether it's cracking your whip, solving puzzles in ancient temples, or seeing your knuckles go bloody in a fistfight, all of these moments are much more intense in first person. But we still want you to have those moments. Seeing his iconic silhouette with...
Takže chci říct, že všechny generace jsou stejný. Ne, to já neříkám, já akorát říkám, že ultimátně vždycky ten cíl je úplně stejný. Můžeš argumentovat tím, že třeba dnešní mláďata, jakože děti, kterým je třeba do 20 let, tak mají telefony, a přístup k aplikacím a rychlej internet a tak dále, ale ultimátně stejně jediný, co ty lidi zajímá, tak je to, jak opíchat spolužačku z 9. A nebo z druháku podle toho, kolik jim je. Chápeš? Jo, takže samozřejmě, že to by se mění ta generace jako taková, ale ultimátně všichni přemýšlejí podá hodně podobně. A u hráčů je to stejný. Prostě stejně všichni akorát chtějí dobrý zážitek z té hry. No.
The hat, the whip, and so for things like cutscenes and environmental traversal, we pull the camera back for a third-person view.
Okay.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is set between Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade.
When our game begins, Indiana is working at Marshall College. He wakes up in the middle of the night to the sounds of a break-in and rushes to confront the thief in the college museum. The mysterious giant of a man makes off with what seems to be a historically insignificant artifact, sparking Indiana's curiosity.
Who the hell are you?
Following the trail, Indiana heads to the Vatican, hoping to learn why this particular relic was stolen, and discovers that things aren't what they appear.
He starts pulling at the strings of a mystery, and it all unravels until he has no choice but to see it through to the end, whatever the end may be.
On next plane to Rome. Stop. Need help. Stop.
Tak jestli ho máte stejný pocit, jako byla ta prezentace toho Starfieldu? Úplně stejný. Úplně stejný. Oni tě přesvědčejí tím, že ta hra má tolik zajímavých mechanik, že se to nakonec zahraješ. A bude to úplně stejný odpad. Samozřejmě to jako přeháním, jo. Ono to bude to v Gamepassu, takže asi v pohodě, jo, ale...
We always talk about how clever Indiana Jones is. That had to be one of our guiding principles when we were thinking about the type of game we were making. It wouldn't be indie if he wasn't using his wits to get through the situation. The most authentic Indiana Jones experience we can make is the one that makes you think first.
Sure, there will be some obstacles that will be more easily overcome with the revolver or a gun taken from a disarmed guard. But I think most of the time you'll have more fun and, to be honest, a more genuine indie experience by finding more clever ways to solve a problem.
We always want to be offering more solutions, whether it's trying a different path through the environment to get around enemies, observing enemy patrols and using them to your advantage.
Dobře, tak já budu teďko výjimečně pozitivní. Můžeme to zkusit přirovnat k nějaký hře? Existuje nějaká podobná akční adventura, která je spíš o procházení toho environmentu a o puzzlech, než o kombatu? Děkuju, Veškeré. Třeba Dishonored? Thief. Uncharted ne. Uncharted je hodně narvaný kombatem. Teď nad tím právě přemýšlím. Ono je totiž pravda, že se jim možná nakonec podařilo udělat něco, co na trhu teďko chybí. Assassin's Creed. Ne, určitě ne. Lara Croft bez střílení. Uvidíme.
Or using the tools at your disposal, like the whip.
It's an amazing global adventure with action propelling you through your journey.
We have these really diverse environments for you to explore. Indy's journey will take him to the forgotten temples of Sukhothai, the pyramids of Egypt, the snow-peaked Himalayas, and beyond.
We look carefully at each location and the time period the game is set in, and we're trying to make it as authentic and accurate as possible.
We love creating rich, vibrant worlds, and in this game, we also had the goal of making it feel like a true cinematic Indiana Jones adventure.
Yes, sir.
One of the biggest ways to do that is with the music. John Williams is the original composer for the indie films, and we're really lucky to have found Gordy Hub, a composer who's been able to capture Williams' essence with his score for The Great Circle.
We also take a very movie-like approach to things like cinematics. We're very physical with our production style.
Yeah.
We use a lot of stunt actors. Things like this help us bridge the gap between making a game and making a movie.
And of course, our characters do a lot to help bring the world to life as well. Next to Indy, Gina is our other main protagonist. Where Indy is pursuing answers just for the sake of curiosity, Gina has a personal stake in getting to the bottom of the core mystery.
Gina is an investigative reporter who has a lot riding on this adventure. She's been tracking a lead for some time, and now she's found an ally in this determined American professor. Their paths are intertwined, and they'll need each other in order to get to the bottom of this mystery.
Okay, then. Let's see if we can keep up.
Fine. What do you mean if I can keep up? We always love our villains and think we might have found our favorite one yet in Emmerich Voss. He's this intensely psychological man. He's obsessed with the human mind and manipulating it.
He's highly intelligent and the perfect foil for Indy. They're both...
Nesnáším je, začíná mě to zajímat. Začíná mě ta hra zajímat. Začíná být fakt na straně normálně. Ach jo, do hajzlu, do hajzlu.
Brilliant people compelled by their passions and obsessions, but driven down wildly different roads.
He creeps up on you and gets under your skin like he gets under Indy's skin. It's captivating.
Dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
One of our mottos for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is adventure first. But in every indie adventure, there are always those moments where he finds himself in the action.
That's been one of those balancing acts for us, and we've ended up with this sort of hybrid experience that mixes melee combat, stealth, and gunplay.
How you approach any given situation is up to you. You may choose to sneak around an enemy patrol, or maybe you'll just pick up a shovel and whack them on the back of their head. And when you can't use your wits, you got Indy's most iconic tool. Just like you see in the movies, one of our goals has been to make the whip as fun and multi-purposed as possible. We want it integrated into every aspect of the game.
You can use it as a traversal tool to make your way around the environment. You can use it as a distraction. And yes, you can absolutely use it in combat.
Dobrý, tak tohle měli ukázat na začátku. Takže ty de facto nemáš bič jako debilní zbraň, ale ty to používáš na to, aby si v rámci toho environmentu, toho prostředí, něco udělal. Protože najednou, když to používáš jako diverzitu, tak to je úplně o něčem jiném. Ach jo, do hajzlu, debilní Bethesda.
Everything you'd expect from Indy's
multitool, ano, multitool.
And hopefully a little bit more. Puzzles are a key feature in our game. The spirit of discovery is so important to Indiana Jones. Obviously, there are a handful of puzzles on the main path, but a lot of the puzzles are optional and are just there for the players who want to experience them. Epic traps, small secrets, and hidden puzzles that blend right in with their surroundings.
One thing I love about our game is the level of interactivity that we have. We have this world of mystery where anything could potentially hide a secret. The more you look, the more you'll discover.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I want to thank you all for joining us for our big reveal of Indiana Jones.
Jako to, že tam nemá jako dabéra Forda, to je strašlivý. Tohle za mě je strašně hloupý a extrémně annoying, protože ty máš charakter, který znáš a máš jiný hlas. Pamatujete si Avengers? Tam to bylo úplně stejný, že jo? Tam byli ty stejný herci, tam byl přesně Iron Man, jako Robert Downey Jr. a zbytek, a měli jiný hlasy. To je strašně, annoying. Asi bych to
And the Great Circle. Machine Games is known for creating these roller coaster experiences with huge set pieces, surprising twists, and immersive narratives. It's exciting for us that we have been able to stay so true to the Indiana Jones franchise and create such an authentic experience while still being able to showcase what makes us us. We are making a game for everyone, whether you are very...
Jo, potřebujeme hry pro každýho. Troy Baker nezní špatně, já neříkám, že Troy Baker je špatný, já jenom říkám, že když už děláš hru, která je z nějaký franchise, tak by měla být komplexní. Dokud pan Ford žije, tak by si zasloužil možnost dabovat Indyho. Ale samozřejmě zase jde o to, že to může o penězích. Já nevím, jestli to je realistický ho zaplatit pro takovouhle práci, že jo.
Familiar with the franchise or not. Because at the heart of Indiana Jones is an incredible adventure, and I think that's something everyone wants to be part of. I'm also very excited to announce that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will be coming later this year. Okay. And I cannot wait to share more soon.
Viděli jste tam toho Toda? To bylo skvělý. Ještě jednou, jo? Čete, pravý dolní.
The Great Circle will be coming later this year, and we cannot wait to share more soon.
No. Dobře, no, dobře, přesvědčili mě. Vypadá to dobře, tohle si možná zahraju. Tohle si možná jako nezahraju. Pokud to opravdu dopadne jako takovej klasický Indiana Jones film, takže nějaká... No, jak začíná každý film. Ty máš nějakou... Petře, mluv česky. Mystery. Máš nějaký mystery, který se snažíš vyřešit a pak cestuješ po světě, že jo? No. Vypadá to zajímavě? Vypadá to zajímavě, právě no. Záhadu. Ano. No, takže z těchto her vypadají dobře všechny. OK, a to je celý. No. Ale nakonec bych řekl, že to byl výborný, jako, že to byla výborná konference. Jenom řeknu, že se musí opravdu Xbox letos ukázat. Nebo Microsoft celkově. Protože po tom strašně špatném minulém roce, kdy vlastně jediná opravdu notable hra vedle Starfieldu, tak byla Hi-Fi Rush. A dobře Forza, ale Forza už je tady dlouho. Tak je potřeba s tím něco udělat. Cool.